Hey, what's up YouTube? This is Jason with Deck Lockdown, bringing you an updated deck profile for our Dragon Link Bystial Horus deck. This updated list is post YCS Vegas, and I just wanted to take some time to kind of go over the changes and then also go over a little small combo guide for trying to burn your opponent in round 3. Alrighty, let's go ahead and get started. So, in regards to your Horus monsters, we opted to take out Dumatef, so that way we could just go straight to the main engine plays with the Horus build. If there was more spacing, I would have loved to be able to add Dumatef, but just to keep the main deck at 45 cards, we opted to take it out. So we are running 3 Mcetis with 1 Happy, 2 King Sarcophagus, and 1 Walls of the Imperial Tomb. Main thing is, if you needed to go into an extension play and do some graveyard setup, you could go into your zombie vampire play. If you already establish a board and you want to just kind of solidify that board, you could go into number 38 Hope Harbinger. Prior to YCS, I was using number 90 for monster effect negates, but with the way Snake Eyes runs and Snake Eyes Fire King runs, I felt like it was more advantageous to try to hit a Bonfire or a Wanted or Original Sinful Spoil from their plays versus trying to do a monster effect negate. So pushing forward, let's go ahead and go over some of the hand traps. Usually for most formats, I typically try to opt for either choosing Nibiru for the main or Draw Unlock. Here, we're going ahead to add both because with Fire King, or Snake Eyes Fire Kings rather, or pure Snake Eye builds, they could play through pretty much anything, and you would need to have multiple impactful hand traps to slow them down. So I also do have Ash Blossoms as well with Infinite Impermanence. Now, in regards to the Ash Blossoms, it's definitely a great card to utilize against decks at E-Telly, for example. Like with Snake Eyes Fire Kings, it's definitely good to hit their Snake Eyes Ash or Snake Eyes Oak when they try to go to Flame Burst. Definitely you want to try to stop that Flame Burst from trying to come out as best as you can. Yeah, so pretty much with the extra deck, well, I'm opting to actually side out Scarlight from the main extra deck and have Dark in. It's really a spacing issue. I didn't really do that beforehand, mainly because I didn't want to forget to side in with Scarlight to burn for game. But considering how impactful Dark is, it really has to be there in your extra deck. But when you transition to go to round 3, you can go ahead and side this card out completely and just go into your Scarlight. So that's pretty much it for the main changes for the deck. I'm going to go ahead and do a test run and show you guys how I would try to burn for game if we go to round 3. Okay, let me get rid of these ads. All right, this is actually a pretty good hand to try to get into your plays. So from here, I would go ahead and summon our Black Metal Dragon, and then we'll special summon Rich Striker. I would do this as the first action just to try to bait out whatever I can. So I do want to make sure I add the red ND back to hand, and then we'll go ahead and get the Boot Sector launch. Our usual combo plays is I would try to probably banish for red ND off the bat. But considering the situation that I want to be able to get into my Scarlight, you could actually save your red and D For Scarlight to activate again, let's say if they Nibiru you before you activate, or if they Effect Veiler you, Scarlight's a soft once per turn. So keeping that in hand now would kind of allow you to have follow-up. So with this hand, I would go ahead and activate Chaos Space. And I would send this to the grave. And we'll go ahead and add Rebellion. And we'll go ahead and search for Abso Router. And we'll go get Rocket Tracer. If the situation that, this situation I drew into Abso Router, but you can always go into Romulus and dump Abso Router to the graveyard so you could get into your Rocket Engine. Now, I have two ways currently to try to burn for game. One is I could go ahead and pitch Lebellion to the graveyard, get Magnamut, and then special summon Vision Resonator and Sprinkle for a level 8 Scarlight and try to burn that way. I would do the most minimal action first, so that way I have room for extensions. After that, let's say they do something to that play, whether they Veiler, Imperm, or Nib me, it wouldn't matter because I still have Boot Sector Launch to special summon Rocket Tracer, pop the field with Rocket Tracer, special summon your Rocket Recharger, and have fuel to keep on going from there to try to burn for game. So the play that I'll probably go is the first route. We'll send that to the grave. We'll go ahead and get Magnamut. I'll go ahead and activate Magnamut. We'll banish this to special. So from here, just go ahead and special summon your Vision Resonator, and now we'll go ahead and synchro for Scarlight. And at this point, this is where I would try to go ahead and burn for game. If they stop anything, you do have follow-up. Let's say if they do Nib, you do have follow-up to go into another place. So I'm just gonna go Exceed into something just to get rid of these cards, just to show you like what you could do. Actually, if they did Nib, I actually would have gone SP Little Knight right here. Can't go back on Dueling Nexus, but that should have been SP Little Knight. Activate this. Special Recharger. And then from there, let's go ahead and still go to the SP Little Knight. I will not banish anything. And then I would special summon Red ND. Then we could go ahead and activate to special Scarlight. Reason why we went this route with SP Little Knight and why that was a misplay prior to is because SP Little Knight will dodge the Imperm or Effect Veiler. So basically, you are able to dodge Nibiru, Imperm, Effect Veiler by doing this play with an optimal hand. If they don't do anything, then we're able to pretty much able to burn for a game with Scarlight. So yeah, I accidentally reset it, but yeah, that's pretty much it in regards to how to burn for a game and try to bait out multiple hand traps from your opponent. And yeah, let me guys know if you guys have any questions in regards to the combos or the deck list. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. And if you want more content like this, please like, subscribe, and yeah, give us some feedback. Thank you again. Have a wonderful day, and we'll see you next time.